Hey guys, GameDog here, and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader, Part 9. This episode we're going to be finishing off my favorite dungeon, unfortunately, and oh, come on. Like I say, this is probably my least favorite area in the 5th dungeon area. It's the Ice World, and that is only because of this one puzzle. I'm not even joking, this took me like 8 times. I don't know why this puzzle is so difficult for me. I'll say, that little pause right there, that was actually me looking at a walkthrough, by the way. I hate this puzzle. It's like, you know that one area in every video game that you've played a million times that you know you can do it, but for some odd reason it's like you're still having trouble with it even to this day. Well, this is that puzzle for me in this game. Like, I hate this puzzle. I'd say that's probably my most hated puzzle in the game. I'm not joking. And oh, layering enemies. Okay, that's unique. Alright, these guys go down like 2 or 3 hits now. I'm not joking. Alright. Okay, now you gotta be quick on this area right here. We have these platforms that are gonna rise almost immediately after you enter the room. Just quickly jump on them, get to the top, and then hit the switch to open the door. Oh, and this area right here. If you ever need magic, this here is by far the best area in the game to grind for it. Watch what happens when you kill one of these guys. Anytime now. Look at that. They drop like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They drop like 7 or 8 orbs. That's 70 magic. The max you can hold is 99. 2 trips through this room will max you out on magic. On all 4 elements as well, because despite these 4 guys all have the exact same attacks, they all drop their represented elements. Like the air guy drops air, the fire guy drops fire, as you're going to see eventually. See, element full, that's appearing all over the place. There's a lot of slowdown as well. So there we go. I want that fillet. Give that to me. Thank you. That was delayed. Going up, a magic fountain, and in here we have a boss fight. It is the Red Dragon again. That's right, the Red Dragon from, actually, the second boss in the game. We have to fight him again. However, this time, he's actually a little bit more difficult. The first thing, probably the least obvious thing, is that he does slightly more damage than his younger counterpart, or his more weaker counterpart. He also has more health. So there we go. And, well, despite he has the exact same attacks, they do more damage, I just said that. And I think the most obvious part about what makes this battle harder is that, well, there are no platforms you have to jump on in order to get to him. No, instead he's hovering close to the ground. You can actually just jump up and hit him. This is supposed to make it harder, but I honestly find it actually makes it a little bit easier. Yeah, I lied when I said this was harder. This is a harder version of the original boss. It's actually a little bit easier. So there we go. It's also very slippery, so yeah, you're gonna have to keep that in mind. Oh yeah, by the way, the ice area has ice physics. No duh. And we're almost done here. And there we go. Oh wow, did I shoot him in the tail? Whatever. Why does the entire room explode when we kill something? that happens with like every boss. Alright. Once again, they all say the exact same thing. There was me abusing the ice physics. So there we go. Wait for the crystal to point to the left, jump in, and we're in the final area. It's another war area. It's actually different. I know, it looks pretty much the same now, but it's actually different. And it's also, unlike the other war area, it actually has a boss. An original boss. And probably one of my favorite bosses in the game. We're about to see a new enemy right here. These cannons right here. These cannons will shoot straight up in the air, and the missile will fall down on you. Something I always find kind of amusing about the cannons is that they always home in on you, so if you're like standing on top of them or standing next to one of their allies, they could potentially hit themselves. And that's just so amusing. I actually think it happened once. Yeah, in the last room it did happen. Oh, and if you want a challenge, try and beat this room right here without touching the ground. It's very difficult. You have to really master the downward slash move. Especially to get that last one down the left right there. Yeah, I don't do it this time, but it is possible. I have done it before. Have I? I must have. And now for the boss. It is a tank! I love this boss. We're fighting a tank. Ugh. Alright, so the tank, despite it's a very fun boss, it actually can be a little bit tricky. That flamethrower move right there is the worst thing he'll do. He basically has 2 attacks. The flamethrower, which will just fire a whole bunch of fire at you, and can do a lot of damage over a very short amount of time. It's by far his most devastating move. And the second attack he has is to shoot these missiles at you. They're homing, but they disappear after a while. You're gonna get hit. I usually get hit by only one of them. The best time to attack him is when he's moving back and forth right here, because, well, he can't actually move when he's doing that. He can't actually attack when he's doing that. I mean, obviously he's moving. So there we go. Yeah, just watch for the attacks, watch for the flamethrower, watch for the missiles, attack him when he's moving if you want the best, chance at, doing this, without any damage taken. I myself, I'm kind of adventurous, so I'm just gonna jump in and get hit a lot. Why? Because I can. And also, like I said in the last video, I like getting these done as quick as possible. Even though this is probably my favorite boss in the game. So there we go. That's 12 bosses defeated, by the way. Who's keeping track? I am! Okay. I'm one of King Garrett's wizards, those who are planning to revive the evil demons and imprison us in the 8 worlds, so if they help the evil to imprison, we'll help defeat the man of darkness. Actually, we have rescued the 8 that are imprisoned, and now all we gotta do is talk to one. Now I'm going to send you to the priest. Jump into the crystal. Actually, don't jump into it yet, wait for them all to raise their hands, and then the crystal turns to a wireframe crystal. Then, no matter when you jump into it, it'll send you to this area with, this guy is either called the Necromancer or the Priest. I keep on forgetting his name, but regardless, so this boss is actually not that bad, despite he has gotten a lot of hype up to this point. He's not that bad. This right here is his most devastating attack. He'll, yeah, right there. Now, I'm gonna start explaining his attacks right now. This first one right here, this is the best time to hit him, in my opinion. He'll surround himself with 2 spike balls. And then he'll just start flowing around the room. The intention of this attack is for you to run into the spike balls while trying to hit him. Well, it will happen, but the spike balls almost have no knockback, so it's by far the best time to hit him. That second attack right there, he rarely does that. He just comes down, does a little shockwave. And this attack right here, the Earthquake, that's also kind of a rare attack. And this attack right here, he'll start flying around the room and shooting these like little slash things, I guess. So there we go. And then this attack right here, he's about, yeah, sometimes he delays like that. This here is the most devastating attack. He'll surround himself by a bunch of boulders, and then the boulders will fly up into the air and then change into fireballs and aim at you. There's like 20 of them. There's no way you're dodging that. So there we go. Alright, what else does the priest can do? Oh, I love the sound effect, by the way. That is so funny to listen to. I love that sound effect. Now, I think you can actually shoot the slashes back at him. If you're noticing, I'm actually hitting the slashes and they're like ricocheting back at him, I think you may be able to hit him. On his last resort move is when he's low on health, he'll have 3 spike balls surround him as opposed to 2. That's really the only difference, though. And now the mages are gone, and well, so is that statue's original position. It revealed a stairway into level 6. You can't actually get into that until you defeat the priest. So there we go. Yep, that was level 5, my favorite level in the game. And right here, we have probably my most hated enemy in the game. Yeah, he's almost dead. I'll explain him the next time we fight him. Because this is not the last time we fight him. It was really frightening. Is that a good girl voice? Please answer. Now, get through the door, thank you. Now this puzzle right here is kind of weird. It's kind of a physics failish, I guess. Now, you'll see what's wrong with this pretty soon. Okay, watch this. I shoot this past the little blockade area. I push it back again, and it like jams on the blockade. It's like, how does that even work? I don't get that puzzle. Alright, regardless, so I think it's time I explain these guys. These are my most hated enemies in the game. They are teleporting magicians. You saw them before, but what really makes them annoying is that, well, as you can see, there are 2 of them. Only one of them is real. See, this one right here, that one I just attacked, it did no damage. It's a hologram. Other than that, they basically have the exact same attacks that the original, wizards had. But honestly, I hate that hologram thing. That's the most... It's like, why? I hate that attack. I hate those enemies. So there we go. So here's more of the physics failish place again. Like, how does that work? I don't get it. What's the sense make? Alright, so through here, oh, by the way, down here, I'll explain this room later. And by later, I mean about 5 seconds. Right here is a puzzle involving wind. If you get blown all the way down to the bottom, instead of having to climb your way back up like I'm doing right now, you can just go through that door and it'll lead to that area and it'll just loop right around. It's for convenience. Now, this puzzle is actually really difficult. If you don't know what to do, that is. The wind will push this dynamite barrel, and well, your goal is to get it to the gate in time. How I do this is I wait until the wind is almost gone, and then wait for it to just push it on. If it is kind of short or long, if the wind does kind of overshoot or undershoot it, I usually have enough time to push it near the gate. Yeah, a lot of people have a lot of trouble with that, and I can't understand why, but once you get a good strategy like that, it's really not that bad. Here we have another one of those weird platforms. Oh, yep, just fell off again. Oh, and in this chest right here is a very helpful sword. The Holy Sword. Now, you know those undead guys? I told you before that only one spell in the game can kill the undead guys. Well, I actually lied. There are actually 2 ways to kill the undead guys. One is with the spell Turn Undead, which obviously I'm not going to be using because this is a no magic run. And the second way is to use the Holy Sword. That's right, the Holy Sword will kill the undead skeletons in 1 hit. They're pretty useful. I mean, it's pretty useful. Alright, so with that, I'll see you guys next time on Let's Play Like Crusader. Thanks for watching.